Hi guys, welcome. Just wanted to bring this video right now. New hotspot here at the moment. We're at 119, 155. I believe it's 3G. I'll show you the setup in a minute, but honestly guys, it is absolutely crazy here at the moment. It's just been non-stop action. Amber has actually died the last 2 weeks. There's not been much fish coming up, but you know, the last couple of days here it's been amazing, and it's still hot. So while it's still hot, you guys want to get onto this. Let's see what this is here. Not bad, 5 kilos. My internet at the moment is really bad. Big problems with Virgin internet at the moment. I live near a football stadium, and there's not even no football going on, unless you guys know. You know, there's no people around. Normally when we get the fans down, the internet goes bad, but for some reason, as usual, Virgin internet has been letting me down. They claim we're the fastest, we're the best, but as you can see, you know, sometimes I'm getting a bit of lag. But yeah guys, I want to show you this spot, and I'll show you the kind of fish I'm getting out of here. Decided to go up to 220 mil boilies, and since then we haven't really been getting any small fish, so that's a good thing. We've had no monsters out. We did have a 20 a few days ago, but we've been getting a lot over 10 kilos. So that's pretty good silver. And when I've been cashing out my entire bag of fish, fish has been averaging over 10 silver a fish. So that's another good thing. You know, if we can get a full bag, 1,000 silver plus, is not a bad day's work. Right, let's have a look. Let's just try and get this fishing quick. Funny, I've been using this Eva yesterday, and bringing even fish at this size, and I knew I had to fix the brake. The brake was on, like, I think it was on about 26%. There's a lot of formats that say you can leave your brake to 30%, so that's kind of the rule I've been following. But the problem is what is that? The problem is here you can see the brake, it's just been fixed, that's alright. But the problem is, once it hits 10% on this reel, which is 18.5, you've basically lost nearly 2 kilos, sorry, off the brake. So at the end of the day, once it hits 20%, I've lost near enough 4 kilos off my reel, which now makes it a 14 kilo reel, which doesn't have the stopping power it once did. So there's no way from now on I'm going to let my brake get bad. On this reel, 24 kilos, I can probably get away with 20% and still be pretty strong. But you need to keep this in mind, guys. If you let your reels get bad, the brakes, you're not going to be able to stop the fish. And yesterday I hooked a 12 kilo carp that took me about 15-20 minutes to get in on the Eva reel. So keep that in mind, and you know, I know it's expensive, but long run you're going to save money. You know, you don't want to be fighting 10 kilo fish for, you know, 15-20 minutes. Let's see what's going on here. It's gone quiet. So while it's quiet, let me show you the setup. So using the same setup on all. This is I'm using a method pop-up, but you know, some of you guys wouldn't have unlocked that, so that's up to you. You can spot out ground bait. I heard it's very effective. I don't have a spot rod, so that option to me is not available. The ground bait I'm using is actually what a friend sent me. It's a very good ground bait. Since I've been using it, I've been catching much bigger fish. The downside is it's extremely expensive. I think it might be around maybe 50-60 silver, that expensive for 60 pieces, but it will bring in the better fish. I mean, you know, you catch one fish 17 kilos, that's pretty much £30 or 30 silver. So you know, you catch two fish like that, you've got your money back, and you do get 60 pieces of it. So I think it's worth it. Just using the pretty much standard setup, other than the method pop-up. Using size 1 hooks, this is definitely bringing me in bigger fish. And using garlic and mussel pop-ups, size 20, with the salmon 20 pop-ups, and I'm using the spicy salmon dip. This here's, you know, this is a much better bait working at the moment. Last week it was the garlic, mussel and tuna with the mussel dip. Things are always changing. One of my friends on there give me a great tip at this location, and yeah, it's been like pretty much non-stop action. Still quiet. Let me just show you what kind of fish we're getting by weight. So we've had 18, 16, you know, we've had quite a few already over 10 kilos, which is normally, you know, when I'm fishing smaller boilies, you know, I'm not getting this kind of size fish. I'm getting a lot more around the 4 or 5 kilos. So yeah, definitely recommend coming here at the moment. And yeah, clip, I'm fishing at clip 20, and yeah, the ground bait I'm using, I will link the description. I might be able to show you actually. I will link the description as well. It's this one here, we'll call it Monster, because hopefully we're going to hit some monster carp. So the ground bait I'm using is cornflour. I am crushing size 16 pop-ups of the garlic and mussel. So that's already quite expensive. I think they're about 13 silver a pack. We're using the Salmon Tuna feed pellets, and then we're using the mussel feed pellets size 3 and the mussel feed pellets size 6 with the mussel sauce. So yeah, I think I worked it out to be around 50-60 silver, but like I said, you do get 60 pieces. You can spot this, you can PVA it, and you can also, I guess you can throw it as well. I mean, that's what I was doing a few weeks ago. I was just throwing out ground bait if I wasn't fishing too far out. Yeah, I mean, here right now, clip 20, it's working really well. As you can see, through the night, it seems to always be slow, but daytime, hopefully we can have a few out in a minute, and I can show you guys how good it's been. But yeah, I mean, there's a few problems with the game. I don't want to keep talking about problems with the game, because it's a great game, but it's a thing I thought about myself, and a friend mentioned it to me, saying that he seems to notice that after so long he stops catching, but the higher levels still catch, and that definitely seems a thing with the game. I mean, the higher level players seem to catch more and bigger fish, despite I know for a fact they're not using anything different. They're using, you know, the same clips, and I think that's if that is a fact, like actual fact in the programming, I think that's awful, because it makes it unrealistic, and you know, they charge a lot of money on this game. You know, since I've been on it, I've spent a bit of money. I've bought a new reel the other day, the Bestra. Where is it? Right there. A really good reel. Really happy. You know, it's a 5-star reel, and I've noticed I've been hammering the reel, and you know, I've had hardly any wear on it, which is a good thing. But then again, the reel was, you know, super expensive. You know, even half price, I think it cost me about £70, which is it's pretty steep. You know, like I said, you know, it's a great game in that, and I understand they gotta make money, but that's a high price. And if it's actually, if they actually got a program to say, oh well, the higher players, it favors the higher players, then I think that's really unfair. You know, I don't agree with that at all. But yeah, I think people must be paying the money, because you know, they've had a bit of money off me, and I don't mind. I mean, we've been locked down, there's not much we can do, but you know, it's really picking up now. I just feel like it's very overpriced again. Hopefully, while I'm actually talking to you about this late, we can hook a good fish. You know, my heart's changed a bit on this Everest actually. A few weeks ago, I was cussing this reel to you guys, saying it's not worth the money, doesn't take much line, and I still stick by that. But it does have some good stopping power, you know. Let's see what we can do here. This feels like a decent fish actually. I don't want to go too hard on the break. Yeah, this spot I'm fishing on, it just comes out in the water, and I remember when I was fishing, I was trying to not fall in the water. I can tell you guys, you got no worries at all about that. You can't fall in the water here, so that's a good thing. Makes it a lot easier. But honestly, guys, if you want to make money right now, this is the spot. You can easy make 1,000 silver over a couple of hours. Well, I say a couple of hours. In all honesty, for me, maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, which is it is a long time, but believe me, it has taken me longer to do it before, so it's not a bad spot. A higher level player that I talked to, actually, I don't know if I got his he has got a YouTube name. I don't know if I got it on here written down somewhere. I did have it written down somewhere. I would have liked to have gave you guys his YouTube, because he lands a lot of big fish. Let me see. I don't think I've got it written down on here now. I write down a lot of notes on this game. It's like a full-time job. I can't find it now, but I will link it in the description, definitely, guys. Check his YouTube out. He has some good tips, and he always finds good spots in this lake. Honestly, guys, if you want to know where good spots are, follow that guy. I mean, he's a great guy, and he shares tips too. You know, you get a lot of people in this game. You know, if you ask them where they fishing or what bait they're using, they come up with things like, good fisherman never gives his secrets away. You know, it's a bit silly, really. It's only a computer game, and it makes no difference if we're all fishing in the same spot, because they move spots all the time. My reel is burning here. We hooked a good fish here, guys. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm dying to get a fish like over 30 kilos on here. Hasn't happened yet. This is the problem with this Everest that worries me though. It doesn't take enough line, and a minute ago I was just giving it praises, but you feel like you've got to give it some break, because as you can see right now, we're halfway through our line and our reel's burning, which is not good for our reel, but at the end of the day, we need to stop this fish. do. Does feel like it's slowing a bit. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, if this reel was a 10,000 model and it could take more line, be brilliant. I mean, there'd be no, you know, rush to upgrade any reels, but with the 200, just over 200 meters, it's not great. A lot of people have been asking me. I mean, I've seen a few old posts saying, you know, your rod and reel have to be balanced, and you know, if you've got a 10 kilo reel, let's say, put on a 10 kilo line. I mean, I get a lot of people asking me this. I think they're old YouTube videos, some of them things, because everyone I know, especially the higher level players, put on heavier line on the reel. I mean, right now I've got on 30 kilo line on this, and this is a 22 kilo drag reel. And to be honest with you, you know, if you put on, I did have on it 22, and you'll just keep going in the red. It doesn't work out for you. I tried 26. I was also going in the red. If I had my break up to about 28, I was going in the red. So I would definitely recommend you guys to put on heavier line than the reel. We're running into bit of problems here with this fish here. Yeah, doesn't look like we're going to stop this fish. This is a big fish. I can guarantee you guys this is a big fish. With this reel, 16 kilo fish, you're stopping in a couple of minutes. I'm pretty sure this fish is over 20 kilos. We can't go no more on the break, you know, our line will snap. Come on, don't let that line go slack. That's good. I think we might have stopped this fish. You know, it would help if I get my energy up. That's another thing, guys. Make sure you get your energy up. It helps so much. And I've just looked down, I'm talking away, not checking my energy, and my energy ain't at full. We're in big problems here, big problems. And just as I praised this reel, saying it does have some good stopping power, this is the problem with it. No line. And I've actually lost, I'm pretty sure I've lost a few fish. I'm not saying 30 kilos, but I've definitely lost a few good fish because of it. Same actually problem with the Bestra. So far been a brilliant reel, you know, 5 stars. It's not wearing quick, but it's basically a better version of this reel. It's got a little bit more stopping power with 24.5 drag, but the problem is it just takes over 200 meters of line. Come on, stop this fish. I think we may have stopped this fish. It's not pulling as much now. So yeah, I think another problem with the game is the repairing of reels. I mean, like I said, if you lose 10-20%, you lose that on the brake or the mechanism, or you know, the grease, etc. I do think they need to, you know, do an update and make the reels a little bit stronger. They do seem to wear, for me, too quick. The rods, on the other hand, they're brilliant. You know, they don't wear much at all. You know, I'm always scared just to reel in. At the moment, it's letting me reel in quite a lot of line, just like this. Like, this is how I've lost a few fish actually on here. I mean, I had a theory the other day, it's just coincidence, you know. If you're going to lose a fish, you're going to lose the fish. But it does scare me, you know, just to reel in. I'm a bit paranoid that if I do that, I might just lose the fish. Yeah, we've got this fish under control. It's good. It's quite odd though. I do think though that, you know, the big fish favour the higher level players. You know, I've been playing this game so many hours now, and you know, no luck on it off, you know, carp 25. I've not hit nothing like that on here. You know, 20 kilos, I think 22 kilos, something like that. But we've had no fish over 25 kilos. Nowhere near. I don't even think a 23. Yeah, I will link anyway in the description, guys, all the spot, the clip, the bait. I don't like when I watch videos and they don't do that, you know. Especially me, I've been going on for a while now, you know, on here. So I'd rather just link all the description and bait in the bottom, and you know, you guys can use it. And like I said, I will always keep you guys updated, you know. If there's any, this spot is, I'm pretty sure today's Monday, I'm pretty sure this spot's on its way out, you know. It's not going to stay this hot, so I'll definitely leave as soon as I find a new spot, I will let you guys know. Trying to find that YouTuber's name, the guy I chat to a lot. Still looking for it. I write down so many notes on this game, it's silly really. Oh, here, I found it here. Northwindssportfishing. If you look up Russian Fishing 4, sorry, and you put in 2020, you'll see his channel. Good guy, very helpful guy. Actually was chatting to the guy quite a while before I even knew he was on YouTube. I actually come across his YouTube. Really helpful, and he catches some monsters, guys, honestly. Yesterday on this lake he had out a 43 kilo carp, which was actually a blue tag, which was really rare. So definitely check his channel out, you know. He actually always puts tips out, you know. He's dedicated to the game. He, you know, goes around and makes sure he finds the best spots, and like I said, he shares as well. It was actually him who told me about this spot and the bait. Yeah, so yeah, guys, definitely check him out. I think on that other rod, small fish, you know, no lines getting taken, so should be fine. This is the thing though on here, you know, sometimes you're better off to catch, you know, for me on my reels around 13 kilo and down. You make a lot more money like that. I mean, this fish here I'm reeling in now, if it ends up being around 20 kilos, it's probably cost me more money than it's worth, you know. I mean, it's nice to catch a 20 kilo, but you know, it's not going to break no records for me, so it's a bit silly. I think they need to up the price for these fish because they take a long time to come in, you know. And like I said, I don't want to put the game down or anything, but you know, it is an expensive game. You know, if you want to buy any tackle and that, it ends up costing as much as real life, if not more. So I think they could give back a little bit, you know, and you know, fish of 20 kilos or fish that take a lot longer to come in, you know, you make more of it. I mean, that's why I've stayed away from the catfish and that. I know the money's not great, and you know, if you're fighting a fish for 4 or 5 hours straight, is ridiculous. Really, you should be well paid for that. You know, I think, you know, if you catch a catfish 100 kilos and it takes you 4 hours to get, you should be given four grand. I mean, it's probably going to smash your rod and reel to pieces. I mean, I don't know, but I imagine it will. And you know, you need to be rewarded a bit more than, I don't know, I've been told all different prices from these. I'm not 100% sure, but a friend of mine the other day caught, I think 70 cent kilo, can't even think what fish it was, but he told me he only got, I think he got about 400, and it took him a while to get in. It took him about 2.5 hours, and for him, he's, you know, gold reels and, you know, high level, he said it wasn't worth it. So, you know, I think they need to sort that out. I don't know if I'm the only one, but this game damages your hands, man. I mean, my finger just holding on the button all the time is too much. I had a video I put up a few days ago about bream fishing, and it's still hot actually. A friend of mine last night was there. He done really well. Actually, to be honest with you, you can make more money on the bream lake right now than here. The problem is just keep reeling in fish. It really damages your finger. You know, I guess, you know, maybe to Russian Fishing Simulator, if you said that to them, they would probably say, well, you know, you're not meant to be playing the game 5-6 hours a day, or some of us playing even longer, you know. So I guess that would be their answer to that. You know, I've had enough. I'm just gonna reel this fish in and hopefully it'll be alright. There's not, since I've been sitting here, there's not many fish coming out actually here now. It may have died a bit. I've noticed that when you first log on, I don't know if it's me, but it just seems like the fishing's better. Your first log on, it seems like, you know, fishing's good, and then it seems to die off a bit, which is not, it's not great, you know. But yeah, I think yeah, with the pricing of the reels and that, you know, like I said, they need to make money, and I understand that, but it's difficult for lower level players. You know, if you don't put your hand in your pocket, it's very, very difficult to get hold of good gear. If I didn't spend the money I've spent on this game, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to fish here, to be honest. I don't think I would even have hit one Evian, or, you know, it's just so difficult to get hold of money. And then when you try and save, you know, you're always running into repairs, and it is very difficult. I mean, it's a little bit unfair, you know. But I mean, my friend said to me the other day, what happened to when, you know, we pay once and you get the game? You know, that was the good old days. Now it's, you know, games are free, but you gotta pay. You end up paying a lot more long run. Like I said, I know they have to make money, but I mean, with the premium, they're gonna make money off. Most of the higher players want premium, and to be honest, it's not that expensive. I mean, for all the hours fun you get, I think it's a pretty good deal. But yeah, with the reels and that, I think they need to drop the price a bit. Actually, another thing I've noticed, you know, every day they have deals, and they seem to have deals on reels no one wants most of the time. Most of the time, it's always half price reels on, you know, reels you'd think, well, who's gonna buy that reel? It's like the gold Vengeance. They had a few weeks ago it for half price, but it was the 600 version, or 6,000 frozen. And I just thought, who's gonna buy that? It just ain't got enough line on it, you know. And it was still expensive. Like I said, it wasn't like it was cheap. It wasn't like it was 20-30 quid. It was still, I think, probably about 70 quid. So yeah, that part to me don't make any sense, you know, as a business, you know. But like I said, they must be making money. They're bringing out new lakes and that, and you know, it's just my view on it. Some people probably say, well, you don't have to buy it, it's free game, and that's true. It's 100% true. Okay, this fish is nearly in now. So we can have a look what's going on here. Let's have a look. Hard to see. It looks like a good fish. I'm pretty sure it's a decent fish. Yeah, my finger's killing me. Hold on. I don't know how long we've had this fish on. It seems like 20 minutes. I don't know. My finger is hurting holding down this button. But yeah, guys, always check my channel out, because as soon as I find another good spot, I'll let you know. Looks like a good fish. This is not the best spot to land fish though. Right, I feel well right there. Let's drag it in. Is that a mirror carp? Let's have a look. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh yes, baby! Look at that. 26.4. We were just saying, we can't catch a carp over 25 kilos, and look at that, monster there. 26 kilos. That's way over 50 pounds. We don't talk kilos in England, so this is a bit of hate, but definitely over 50 pound, and it's a trophy. Oh, I'm so happy with that, guys, man. Been after that for so long, you know. And look at that with the premium 80,000 XP. Wow, what a beautiful fish. Would love to catch that in real life. Would love to. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching this. Until next time, tight lines.
Wow.
Give me 5 there.
That's massive.
Nice. Yeah, let's
nice. It's even trophy.
Trophy as well. Nice one.